Welcome back to Candy's Art World. I'm Candy, and today we're going to test out a couple of products that I found at the Five and Below. I found a set of 10 unicorn paintbrushes because who wouldn't want to try some unicorn paintbrushes? And I found a set of 23-piece set of acrylic paints, and it says learn to, so there's probably directions in here. Um, it provides a sketch pencil, a brush, 10 acrylic paints. Um, I don't think I can quite make out the names of the paints on here. I'll read them when I open the box. 10 sheets of acrylic paper, and one artist guidebook. I did not know it came with paper, but I have a canvas here that I bought from the Five and Below. It was a 2-pack, so you get 2 canvases for $5. So this project should only cost $5, $10, and then $2.50, so $12.50. If you're trying to just start into painting, this might be a good option. I haven't used the paint yet to know if it's good paint, but so far everything I've gotten that is Royal and Langnickle has been pretty good so far. So I have good high hopes for this. And this is what you get. Slide out. Okay. Put that off to the side. This is the acrylic paper and has a good amount of texture on it. Very similar to a canvas. I don't know if you probably can't see that on the camera, but I will save that and use that for another project probably. It might be good to make Christmas cards out of. And then this packaging opens up. Let's see. Oh, and they were smart here too, and they made it to where you can use this as a palette. That's very smart on their part. So I will use that for my palette. And then here's the pencil, and it's an HB pencil. And here's the paintbrush. It's a plastic translucent brush. It's a round brush. Not stiff anymore. They put some kind of a coating on new brushes. That way it keeps its shape. But that looks like a good paintbrush. When you paint with acrylic paint, you want your brush to be stiffer bristles than if you're working with watercolor. It helps move the thicker product. Let's see. The first color is ultramarine blue. And then we've got phthalo blue. Crimson red lake. Vermilion. lemon yellow, viridian, it's a green, emerald green, burnt umber, black, and titanium white. Oh, it says zinc titanium white. Okay. And then the paint brushes, let's see. It is not wanting to come out. Oops. Tore a little bit of the box. Okay. These are fairly soft bristles. But they might work. Oh, do you see all the hairs? I just went like that and a bunch came out. And it's sticky on the barrel. It's very sticky. And more hairs coming out. See, oh wow. Can you see that? Let's see. Let me see. Maybe something contrasting color underneath it. Like every time I flick it, more and more and more hairs are just coming right out. That's not good. Maybe it's just this one. Maybe the glue did not hold the hairs at all. I'm going to try this one, see if that one does it. Does a little bit, but not as bad. And it's not as sticky. Let's see this one. It is pretty sticky on the barrel. It's sticky. That one might be all right. Can't tell if my fingers are sticky from that other one. It's a little sticky. And some shedding on that one too. And then the fan brush. It doesn't seem sticky. That one might be okay. It is a little bit softer than I like for my fan brushes to be. But it might work. The handles are really cute. That one seems okay. And that one's all right. And that one's okay too. But it is sticky on that part. I don't think I'll use this one because unless I've gotten all the free hairs out. Nope, more comes out. Oh, ow. I just barely touched it and like tons of hair. Oh, everywhere. Okay, that one's a no. Gotta make sure that there's no hair left on the canvas. And this canvas is a little bit, a little wavy, so I'm going to spray the back of it with a mist, just a little mist bottle, and it should dry and tighten back up, so that way there won't be any waves in it. Okay, I'm going to let that dry, and I will be back in a little bit. Okay, I drew out some Christmas candles um, with a little bit of ribbon and pine cones and some ornaments, and I will paint in some pine needles, like pine branches in there. Um, let's go ahead and pick some colors. I found a photo that was my inspiration on pixels.com. It's a place where you can get free photos to do what you want with them. I really appreciate that they are online because sometimes we run out of ideas, and it's good to have a spot you can turn to get a little inspiration. I used the cap, the opposite end of the cap, to open this crimson red lake, because I think our candles are going to be red. That's probably not enough paint that I put out there, but we'll start with that. And the background in the inspiration photo is black because the candles are lit. So maybe we should go ahead and open the black and start with the background instead. This might end up taking the whole tube of black. We will see. Because this is a fairly large canvas in comparison to the paper that they supplied. Okay. Let's see, which brush shall we use out of this set of brushes? They didn't really give us a flat brush, did they? I'll use this one to get around the edges if it's not too shady. It looks alright. We'll see. So you wet your brush, and then so I have a little glass of water. I dip my brush in the water, and then I kind of go tap tap on the cup to take out some of the excess water. I'm going to use this brush to get in to the edges around the candles. And I've never used this paint before, so we are going to find out if it's opaque or not. Okay, so my review on these paints, they're from Royal and Langnickle. Um, I think they're pretty good. Of course, they're kind of small, but I did this big canvas, and I still have quite a bit of the colors left. I've still got some white. The black is pretty much gone, but the rest I have still enough to probably do another painting. The black, though, I did the whole canvas in black, so that's pretty good for a little tiny tube. Also, this zinc titanium white, usually it's titanium white or zinc white. And zinc white is really good for if you're trying to make glass or something with a reflection that's not completely opaque, it's more translucent. And titanium is more opaque, solid white, goes over most everything. And this really is kind of right in the middle of the two. So the name is pretty appropriate. It's not completely opaque, but it really isn't translucent very much either. Because I tried for the reflection of the flame on the candles, I kind of wanted it to be a little bit softer around the edges. And I worked on that for a while to try to get that, and it really didn't do that for me. But for $5 for all of the paint, and a brush and the little palette out of the package, I can't really complain too much about the quality. I think it's a good quality paint. The problem using this kind of a palette instead of a wet palette, you end up having paint dry out on you if you don't finish it all in one setting, which I don't usually finish a painting in one setting because you have to let layers dry between. So maybe if you had some saran wrap or cling wrap or whatever and put that over the top while you walk away and let the paint on your canvas dry, it would probably save your paint a lot better. So that way you didn't waste as much as I did. Now on these paint brushes, I used almost all of them. I did not use these two or the one that was shedding so awful bad. The bristles are not really stiff enough for acrylic paint, in my opinion. I mean, they weren't horrible. They might be a little too stiff for watercolor, but I'll clean them up and see if I can try them with watercolor. They might do better with that. For $5 for 10 brushes, it makes it be 50 cents a brush. So, I mean, I don't know too many places where you can get brushes for cheaper than that, but you do get what you pay for. I got lucky and only one of mine was having all the hairs come out of the brush. So I really wouldn't recommend getting these brushes unless it's just for a complete beginner, or if you just want them to have them for decoration, because the handles are really cute with the unicorn horn look. It's pretty cute. But like I said, most of the barrels were sticky, and so practical wise, I would say pass on the brushes, but go ahead and get the paint set. It had a little book too with it that could explain some painting techniques and stuff like that, and how to take care of brushes, and explains how to draw out your subject, and how to layer, and even to splatter if you wanted to splatter your paint. So I think the set is really nice and a fun set if you just want to dabble. It would be really cute, and it came with paper. I've never used acrylic paper before, so maybe next video or two I'll try using the acrylic paper and see what I can make with that. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good set for $5. You really can't go wrong with $5. Um, Especially if you're just trying to start out. So like I said, the brushes were $5, the paint was $5, and then they had the canvases 2 in a pack for $5. So this, if you wanted to do a project like this, all from the Five and Below, it would be $12.50, because $2.50 is the other canvas that you can use for another project. Um, I don't know what it's to say. I'm going to sign this. I haven't figured out which brush I'm going to try and use from this set to sign it with, because you really want a really thin bristle brush to sign with, but maybe I can use the little brush that came with this set to sign it. And when you're signing, you want your paint, you want to get your paint really, really wet, so that way it comes off the brush really easy. Let's see, do I have any paint still active on the canvas, or on the palette here? Let's see, I got some white. That's probably what I need to use to get it to show up on here. And my water is filthy, so it'll be more like a gray than a white. Let's see. I'm going to tip it like this. The lighter you touch with the brush, the smaller the lines will be. But this brush is a little thick for this job, so we're going to try anyways. Oh, and when you get your paint on your brush, you want to roll it to try and get as fine of a point on your brush as you can. And this is just kind of awful for signing, but so I suggest the brush itself is all right. It's just not good for signing, so I would pick up a really fine brush for signing as well. I do not have any really fine brushes right now, so I made one. I don't know if I can find it. I think I have to wash it still. Let me see if I can find another brush similar. Let's say you have this brush. What you can do is you can take some of the bristles and either cut them off to where you have an even thinner brush, or what I did with mine, it was a really long bristle brush. I just folded over like 3/4 of them and rubber banded it to the barrel of the brush. And that's what I usually use to sign my acrylic pieces with. But this was really fun to play with. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Have a great day.